In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best jump shots for all builds in Season 5 of 2K23. And with Season 5 starting just this week, there's a bunch of new animations, and so a lot of y'all have been asking what jump shots you guys should be using. So I'm going to show you guys the best settings, best badges, best jump shots for all builds, and I'm even going to show you guys how to shoot without the shot meter in 2K23. So before we get right into this, make sure to subscribe because we're so close to 20k subs, and also make sure to smash the like button. Let's try and get 250 likes on this video. All right, so hopping right into the badges and settings that I want you guys to put on. Obviously, the first thing you want to do is turn off your shot meter. If you've never shot without shot meter before in 2K, I'm going to show you guys later in this video how to do it with all of these jump shots that I'm about to show you. But just make sure you turn that off because it's going to be so much easier once you learn how to shoot without it. And now for your shot time and release time, I have used early since the beginning of 2K23. I would definitely recommend early. You can try late. I would definitely not go with very late or very early though. My personal preference is early, but this is, this is more personal preference and it's more up to you. Now for the badges, these are exactly what I have on. I have a gold limitless range. You might get silver, bronze, Hall of Fame maybe if you have like a 99 three-pointer, but just make sure you max out limitless range. This will let you shoot from literally anywhere and just basically open up the range to where you can shoot. So you want to max that out to however high you can get it. And then right after that, another super important badge is Agent 3, especially if you're a guard. If you're like a big or a spot up, this doesn't matter as much, but if you are a guard or like a 6'9" ISO build, something like that, you definitely want to max this out to however high you can get it. Now for green machine, I usually stay around gold or silver, something like that. If I'm on more of like an ISO build, I go with silver, but this is my Stephen Curry build, so I went with, gold. And then right after that, I like to throw on volume shooter. Not everybody uses this badge, but I at least like to have it on, like silver, bronze, gold, something like that. And then amped is definitely super important this year. Amped basically allows you to shoot even if you're a bit tired, you don't have as much stamina. So I would definitely put this on at least silver if you can. That'll just make it just makes it easier to shoot, especially since stamina I found this year isn't that great. And then also some other extra badges. You could do blinders, deadeye. I like to have on space creator, especially on my smaller guards when I'm doing like some step backs and stuff like that. But basically the main ones you want to have on are limitless range, green machine and Agent 3. Those are the most important badges. But now that you guys see all the badges, I'm going to show you guys the best jump shot for 6'5" and builds under 6'5". And then right after that, I'll show you guys 6'5" to 6'10". And then even after that, I'll show you guys jump shots for, bigs and stuff like that above 6'10". So let's just hop right into that. Now, if you're under 6'5", there are two ways that you can go with this. A lot of the 6'5" and under builds have a higher three-point just because they're smaller guards. So if you have a 91 three-pointer or higher, this is what I want you to use. I want you to use base Stephen Curry. That is honestly one of the fastest bases in the game, and it's super easy to time just because of how smooth it is. Obviously, with Stephen Curry being the greatest shooter of all time, it's definitely going to be a good jump shot in 2K. And so after that, a lot of people like to go with, Oscar Robertson releases, but they're not my favorite. You can definitely try them out. I encourage you to try them out. But what I like to use are both releases as Dwayne Wade. It is just so easy for me to time my jump shot with the Dwayne Wade releases. It's right there, and I'll show you guys how to shoot with these releases if you aren't using the shot meter anymore, and if you haven't ever used the shot meter. Because once you have these releases on, it is super easy to shoot. Trust me, look at this. It's just such a smooth looking jump shot. But basically, this requires a 91 three-point shot. So if you don't end up having a 91 three-point shot, you are going to need a different base. And so the base that you want to use in case you don't get a 91 three-point shot for the Stephen Curry base is you want to use the LaMelo Ball base. It is honestly, it is still a really fast jump shot. It's still really easy to time. However, if you are under a 91 three-pointer, this jump shot you can basically get with almost any three-pointer in the game. So I would definitely recommend going with LaMelo Ball base in case you do not get the 91 three-point requirement for the Stephen Curry base. But both of the jump shots use Dwayne Wade releases just because they're my favorite, especially for small guards. Like I said, they're just easy to time. And if you guys keep watching the video, in just a little bit, I'm going to be showing you guys how to shoot with all of these jump shots without the meter. So make sure you guys stay tuned. But now that you guys know the jump shots for under 6'5", now I'm going to show you guys the jump shots that I use for 6'5" to 6'9". All right, so just like the under 6'5" jump shots, for 6'5" to 6'9", I kind of have two options for you. Now, what a lot of people like to do is actually go with the LaMelo Ball base once again for 6'5" to 6'9". But what I like to do instead is actually use the base O'Shea Brissett jump shot. O'Shea Brissett's jump shot is just faster, and honestly for me it is just easier to time than the LaMelo Ball base. And pairing with the O'Shea Brissett base, once you're 6'5" to 6'9", you're actually able to get the Rudy Gay releases. And honestly, ever since 2K20, these have been one of my favorite releases to use in any 2K that I have played. And once again, I actually like to double up with these releases. So I'm going to throw on Rudy Gay for both of my release 1 and release 2. And just like those last jump shots for under 6'5", you're going to want to max the speed. And since both releases are the same, the animation blending can be absolutely whatever you want. It won't change anything about the jump shot. So there we have it. Base O'Shea Brissett and both releases Rudy Gay. That is one of my favorite jump shots to use for any builds, especially these 6'9" builds, just because they're so common this year. But like I said earlier, I wanted to give you guys two options. So another base that you could use is the Eric Pascal base. And while this jump shot is a little bit slower with only a B+ release speed, the release height is really good. And one of my favorite parts about this jump shot, it is like a throwback jump shot to some of the older 2Ks that you used to play. And so knowing that it is honestly a really fun jump shot to use, and even though it is a tiny bit on the slower side, it is extremely easy to green the shot every single time. The releases are obviously the same. We're going to go with the max speed, and animation blending can be anything. But I just wanted to give you guys another option that you could use alongside with the O'Shea Brissett base. So now that you guys got jump shots for 6'5" to 6'9", let's finally move on to the 6'10" jump shots and taller for all of you bigs that are able to shoot but don't have a jump shot that you are comfortable with. All right, so now for my 6'10" and taller builds, they're actually going to be really similar to the jump shot I just showed you for the 6'5" to 6'9". Now for the base, you actually want to go with the same base that I showed you in the last jump shot, which is going to be O'Shea Brissett. It is super fast, especially for 6'10" builds, and the build I'm on right now is actually a 6'10" ISO build, so it is perfect, especially if you guys have seen my other videos, like my Kevin Durant build or my Giannis build. This is actually the jump shot that I use on those builds. So you want to go with the base O'Shea Brissett. This also works for, spot ups and stuff like that, so don't worry at all. But base O'Shea Brissett, and the first release you want to go with is actually going to be Marvin Bagley III. I know you probably never used him in one of your jump shots, but I'm not going to lie, his release is actually kind of chicken. And the second release is actually going to be one of the best, if not the best player in the entire league. I don't care what no one says. The second release is going to be Joel Embiid. So Marvin Bagley and Joel Embiid, obviously they're probably not your normal jump shots in 2K. However, these releases literally work hand in hand. They work so well together. And now you want to max out the speed, like with all of my jump shots, you want to make sure it's as fast as possible. And now for the animation blending, you want to go with 80% Marvin Bagley and 20% Joel Embiid, just because Marvin Bagley is a little bit on the smoother side. So you want to get that smoothness to the jump shot, but you still want to have that Joel Embiid in there to make it just that much easier to time. And so there you can see it, A+ release speed. Honestly, this jump shot is so chicken. It is one of my favorite jump shots to use, especially because I needed a jump shot for my 6'10" taller builds. So this jump shot has not let me down. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it has not let me down one bit. So I encourage you to try these on. You could try out some different releases and stuff, but like I just said with the last jump shot and even this one right now, O'Shea Brissett is one of, if not the best bases to use for every single jump shot in NBA 2K23. But now that you guys know all the jump shots, I'm going to show you guys how to shoot with all of these jump shots in case you want to try, not using the jump shot meter for the first time and you just, want to know how to shoot without it. All right, so as you can see, I'm in the my court right now, and one of the great parts about my jump shots are that all of them have the exact same release point, meaning that basically the thing that I'm about to show you to be able to time every single one of your shots to be green, all of them have the exact same release point. So basically the place that I'm about to show you to release the ball every single time will work on every single one of my jump shots. That's why I didn't show it for each of them individually. It's going to work for every single jump shot that I showed in this video. And it's super simple, I'm not gonna lie. So if you have never not used jump shot meter before, basically you just have to find the time of when to release the jump shot just by visual cues or just by muscle memory. And so basically with all of my jump shots, you release the ball right when the ball gets to around your forehead area. And I've showed this in the past where you can actually wear like a headband just to make it even easier to look for. But as you can see right now, I'm about to show you my jump shot. Every single time you want to release it right when it gets, like I didn't green it that time, but every single time you want to release it right when it gets in front of your face, usually around right about the forehead. And that's green every single time. And like I said, all of the jump shots that I showed you in this video will work the exact same, because all of these jump shots, I always pick the exact same releases that have that visual cue. So you want to just to recap, you want to release the ball right when it gets to your forehead anywhere on the court. It is the exact same. It will work every single time. And so basically, if you have never not used the shot meter before, once you get used to this, it is weird. Trust me, it is weird to get used to at the start. But once you do get used to it, it'll make the game so much easier. And honestly, the game will just look so much better because you don't have a giant shot meter right next to your player every time you shoot. But it'll make the game so much easier once you learn how to do this. I know a lot of you probably do already, but for the people that haven't not used the shot meter before, once you get used to this, it'll completely change how you play the game. If you guys watched the entire video and made it to this point, comment Spider Squad right now. That way I know who is supporting me the most. And if you guys need help with anything else like builds, animations, anything like that, comment exactly what you guys need help with, and I'm sure I can help you with anything that you need. And obviously, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video because it helps me out a ton. And that is honestly one of the best ways you can support me just for free. But anyways, I appreciate y'all so much. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next video.